back, everyone, to the program. Now, here are some of your stories in brief. We begin in Ogun State, where the government says it is ready to host the world in the 4th edition of its African Drum Festival. That assurance was given by the state governor, Senator Bikuna Mosun, during a World Press Conference. According to him, this edition is coming with special packages, including the launch of Adire and the Fela Museum. Public hearing at the Plateau State House of Assembly for the proposed bill that will commercialize and, of course, the concession of water supply in that state was witnessed a protest by organized labor and civil society groups. They are against the bill, termed what they have termed as anti-people. The executive bill, which has already passed first and second readings in the House, is at the committee level for public hearing, attracted the attention of the public considering the importance of water and sanitation to the people.
The victory. The victory. Plateau workers. Of the flight getters and getters, Plateau workers.
Let's switch now to finding out what's happening at the National Assembly. Today, our correspondent Linda Akiwe is covering the Senate, and she has the latest for us. Linda.
It's another legislative day in the National Assembly, and it appears that today is going to be a very busy day in the Senate, at least going by what we can see in the order paper. Finally, the 2019 appropriation bill has been listed on the order paper for it to be laid today. That means, according to the order paper, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Appropriations, Senator Danjuma Goje, is going to be laying the 2019 budget before the Senate today. It's been a long time coming. This budget was supposed to have been laid last week, but for some reason it did not happen. But today it's going to be laid before lawmakers in the Senate. Now, also looking at the order paper, we have several bills which President Buhari declined assent to. Bills such as the Petroleum Industry Governance Bill, the National Institute of Hospitality and Tourism Bill, the National Agricultural Seed Council Bill, and some other bills. Now, these bills, which the President declined assent to, they have started another round of the legislative process in the Senate. These bills have been listed on the other paper. They are now, right now, as we speak, lawmakers are looking at it, and it's going to pass first hearing today. So that means it's going to the lawmakers in the Senate want to work on this bill.
And to the Green Chambers, our correspondent Larry Lasisi has an idea of what might be happening today, and he's here for us with some details. Larry, tell us, is it going to be a busy day today as well?
Well, Millicent, it's a very interesting morning here. It's the second day of plenary in the House of Representatives, and the day starts on a very interesting note. Immediately after the APC, after a meeting last night, declared that they were going for one candidate for the seat of Speaker in the 9th Assembly. A lawmaker of the APC from the North Central Zone, John Day, has come out to throw his heart into the ring, saying that he's appealing against the position of the party and saying it is not over until it's over. So that's one very interesting thing that has come up this morning. But on the other paper, we have a lot of bills and legislative activities here. We have like 17 bills that should be presented on the floor, and here among them is the budget, the report of the Committee on Niger Delta Development Commission that will be bringing forth its budget for the year. What year is this? Because they usually bring theirs, yes, for 2019.
Thank you, Larry Lasisi, with the latest there from the National Assembly. Well, let's take you to Kogi State, a state that is preparing for the governorship election. The state government is justifying the impact of its pay parade policy, noting that it's an effort in the fight against corruption, which is in line with the administration of President Muhammadu Buhari. The secretary to the state government, Dr. Folashade Ayoade, made this point known to journalists at a media briefing in Lokoja, the state capital.
If there's need for us to get bailouts or to get help from other sources, they will ask us, how many people are you paying? How many people are on your payroll? Can we have their data? Before now, we didn't have their data. And we now said, okay, let's have the biometric data of every civil servant being paid. Your July, August salary, come, let us meet you. Let's capture you biometrically. And as soon as you're captured, even the civil servants can testify to that. You have your checks handed over to you. It will amaze you to hear that the first stage that we had, over 400 checks were waiting for people to come and collect them. They were nowhere to be found. Initially, the political office holders were not to be part of the pay parade, table payments. But we said, since they are being paid from the coffers of the government, they have to be part of the table payments. And it will also amaze you to hear that some political office holders have been on the salary as civil servants. They were collecting money as civil servants, and they were also collecting money as political office holders.
Let's take you to another state preparing for election later this year, and that's Bayelsa State. The People's Democratic Party in the state, they've asked their members to show an act capable of robbing the party of its victory in the coming governorship election slated for the 2nd of November 2019. During an expanded State Executive Council meeting, which had the Governor, Siraki Dixon, and other chieftains in attendance, well, they say that all must be ready to ensure the party records a landslide victory.
Even without some of them, we won. We defeated all of them. But we have brought everybody in, and I hope that they get the message. They stay inside the house that has accommodated them, respect the people who have built and maintained this house, and be good members of this party, and in due course exercise their rights. So the party today is very strong, very united, very cohesive, but everybody should take it easy, support the strength of the party, don't weaken it. We will not tolerate indiscipline.
In the meantime, governments of Benue and Taraba states, they have resolved to deal decisively with anyone caught causing disaffection between the two states. The resolution came in the wake of the recent outbreak of violence between the Tiv and Jukun communities in the Benue and Taraba axis, which led to the loss of lives and property. The deputy governors of the two states, they have now agreed to tackle the infighting head-on to save lives.
As well as indigenship. The recent skirmishes in Wukari and
The Senate has resolved to quicken the passage of police reform bill after a federal lawmaker expressed concern over what he describes as the incessant killings of Nigerians by policemen. Senator Dino Melaye called the attention of his colleagues to the incident of Saturday, the 13th of April, when a policeman allegedly shot to death a 20-year-old lady identified as Adaifaye and wounded a young man, Emmanuel Akomafua, in Lagos. This latest killing comes barely 2 weeks after a young man, Colady Johnson, was shot and killed by a policeman also in Lagos.
I rise this morning to draw the attention of the Nigerian Senate to the incessant killings by the Nigerian police on some innocent Nigerians. Last week alone, Mr. President, men of SARS on 3 different occasions, 3 different places, killed innocent Nigerians. Mr. President, I'm bringing this before the Senate because we are not in a war situation in Nigeria, and we are in a democracy. And this type of killings cannot continue, so I'm demanding that the police reform is now more urgent than ever.
And that's it on the program. Many thanks for watching. I'm Millicent Nwaka. Of course, remember that you can join the conversation on our social media platforms at Channels TV, at CTV Politics, #Lunchtime Politics.